Hello, my name is Maxim Schwam, and this is my audience member. So we spend about 1/3 of our entire lives sleeping, with many of those nights spent dreaming. What if all those thousands of nights didn't have to slip away, but instead could be memories we forever carry? We could live the stories we always wanted to tell. I think everybody can relate to that feeling of tucking themselves into a soft, comfy bed and slowly drifting into sleep. About 2 hours of that sleep is spent dreaming, whether we remember it or not. You could also probably think of another time where you became aware that you were in a dream only to suddenly wake up afterwards. Well, lucid dreaming is the process of maintaining that awareness that we are in a dream. As a kid, I was super interested in lucid dreaming studies because I experienced lucid dreams myself. As a psychology student, I did some research and learned from one of the leading researchers, Stephen LaBerge, on some key principles on how to lucid dream. I will now explain to you some of his principles, as well as things that work in my personal experience, to help increase the likelihood that you have a lucid dream when you go to sleep tonight. So the 3 steps on how to lucid dream is number 1, performing reality checks. Number 2, keeping a dream journal by your bedside. And number 3, setting intentions before bed. So that brings me to step number 1, which is performing reality checks. Performing reality checks involves testing our reality on a regular basis. This means testing what's real maybe every hour. This can involve checks like pinching ourselves, checking our watch, and other methods listed here. The reason why this works is because this is teaching our mind a reflex or a habit that will carry into our dreams. When we practice something constantly as we're awake, we're training our subconscious mind with this stored information. This will help us in our next couple steps, which brings me to my next step, which is keeping a dream journal by our bedside. So when we keep a dream journal by our bedside, it allows us to document our dream in as much detail as possible and reflect on key patterns and themes that will allow us to identify what I like to call a dream sign, which we will expand on in our next step, which is setting intentions. So when we're setting intentions, we're instilling a command in our mind that basically says, I will realize that I am dreaming. But in order to get to that command, we first have to re-visualize our dream in as much detail as possible. This is called dream recall. Dream recall will allow us to relive our dream and find something out of the ordinary or unique in our dream that I like to call a dream sign. So a dream sign could be something like a creepy clown. It could be like a mysterious shadow. Here I chose a faceless man just as an example of something bizarre and out of the ordinary. Now, I want you to re-visualize yourself encountering this dream sign. As you're imagining yourself encountering it, repeat this command. When I see a faceless man, I will realize that I am dreaming. As you're repeating this command, I really want you to imagine yourself gaining awareness. I really want you to imagine gaining control and agency over your dream. So why does this work? The reason why this works is because it primes our mind in what's called perspective memory, which basically gives our mind a mental bookmark, or what I like to call a lucid dreaming alarm clock, in which our dream sign acts as a trigger that tells us that we need to perform a reality check and gain awareness of our dream. So, very often, when we wake up from a dream, we realize that we miss out on a crucial opportunity to live out our greatest desires, to explore our creativity and our freedom. We have such a rich reality in our minds, And we have the capability to live this reality by performing reality checks, keeping a dream journal by our bedside, and setting intentions. Because when you close your eyes tonight, it'll be up to you which world you wake up in, theirs or yours. Thank you so much.